So, today, I would like to introduce you to one of my favorite books of all time. This is Pinky and Pepper Forever by Eddie Adams. Now, I am not a book reviewer. I'm not even really a writer. I have a tenuous grasp on the English language, and really I'm not even an artist, So, I'm going to take my best shot at kind of explaining why this book means a lot to me, and I really highly encourage that you check it out. And even if you click off this video now and you go read this book instead, that would mean a lot to me. And I would highly encourage, if you would, to go ahead and check out all of Eddie Adams' social media. He is the lovely artist who did this book. Now, the copy that I have is a bit older and is credited under a different name. However, it is the same artist, so if you happen to notice that, it's just a detail. Another thing that I would like to mention really quick before I really delve in is that this is a copy that I purchased off of the Silver Sprocket shop. Silver Sprocket is a smaller publisher, and they have tons of amazing works. Again, seriously, even if you click off this video right now, please check them out as well. Give them some love. I seriously cannot sing their praises enough. Amazing publisher. Eddie Adams is an artist and comic creator who works a lot on zines, comics, larger pieces such as this. He's got an amazing array of pieces, often surrounding themes of complicated social statuses, furry art, Pokemon Neopets, all sorts of amazing stuff. If you like this art style, if you see anything in this video that you like, please, again, go check him out. I cannot sing praises enough. He is a huge influence on my own personal works, and I genuinely think that consuming his art has made me a better artist, so I really can't recommend enough that you go ahead and just go absorb some of his art, seriously. Another thing to be wary of is that this book does have sexual themes. There are themes of, light violence, light gore, light abuse, trauma, and then there are also going to be mentions of suicide. So if that's something that bothers you, this may not be the video for you. It's not going to be super in detail, I will say. We're not going to be, discussing anything super triggering. But, again, those themes are here. So, just caution. So I figured that I would kind of just read the book and then maybe discuss. This particular edition is actually not terribly long. And it's, like I said, worth the read. So if you want to read it yourself, stop here. Otherwise, I'm going to read it to you. So the first page opens up and it talks about Pinky and Pepper, their ages and their birthdays. If you have eyes, you can read them. I'm not going to read every little detail, and infantilize you. See? It's not so bad here. Waiter, 2 specials, please. She's with me. Served. Oh, don't act like you never wanted to try it. Pinky, what the fuck is going on? Do you work here? At Flames? God, no. No! In hell. Oh my god, let me show you. I'm gonna be a Grim Reaper. The professionals say I'm gifted, and I don't disagree. Bodily torture, soul torture, scythe wielding, dream manipulation. That was you! I knew it. I saw you in a dream. Oh, Pepper, it worked. It worked. Now we can have the life we always dreamed of. I knew you'd come soon. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Did they like it? My piece, my final piece. Yeah, they loved it. Uh, Everyone loved it. Okay. Could you love someone who loved rats? Are you fucked up? Um, could you love someone who didn't believe in God? Wait, you believe in God? Wait, you don't? What about your Madonna series? It's impossible to ignore the canon of religious imagery in art. My Madonnas, your Venus. We are so on the same aesthetic wavelength. Okay. Could you love someone who ate people? You look pretty. Yeah, Mama, we are still living together. Again, she's my girlfriend, not my roommate. Yep, I'm just leaving for class now. Love you too. So, continuing the tradition of the Venetian nude, but this time commenting on the pearl forming from a speck of dirt or sand in the clam. I bet you eat a lot of clams. That is so dumb. But really, isn't all your art about your girlfriend? Feel like going out tonight? Kinda 2010, but it looks cute. Will any of my enemies be there? Come on, you villain. It's a costume party. You can wear a disguise. Here, I brought a party favor. Do you try to make people hate you? Fish party, right? Oh, how was your crit yesterday? Fine. They just said it was muddy. What the hell? You knew it was muddy. It was supposed to be muddy. Did they miss the entire fucking point? Guess so. I looked fucking hot, though. Raphaelite realness. Renaissance, actually. You only want to hang out here because you hate listening to me talk. Shh.
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather.
Come on, Pinky. You gotta sing. There's nobody even here. No, I mean, they don't even have any of my songs. Suit yourself. Not sure about the concept, if there is one. Is there a point to this kind of work? It's trite, it's tacky, and it's obvious. Excellent execution as usual, Pinky, but Carissa has a point. What are we to glean from this? Moving on. Do you think I'm stupid? No. You're brilliant, clever, funny, talented. Do you think I'm obvious? I think you're the obvious choice for me. Pinky, baby, what's wrong? Just constantly engaging in weird, time-consuming, drawn-out rituals of self-harm and getting you roped into them. Wait, are you talking about sex stuff? I thought you loved that. I do love it. Are you sure you want me to keep going? I don't care if you make me bleed. I guess we never really talked about our pasts. Damn, she's really pulling that Abramovich type shit. Hey, I saw your performance. You could have asked to use my stuff, you know. This shit is expensive. So this is about how much I'm worth? No, baby, we just need to talk. Your performance piece, was it about me? Unlike you, I have other sources of inspiration. Pinky, I love you. If I hurt you... God, Pepper, what do you even think of me? What am I to you? A house pet? A court jester? Your muse? No, Pinky, you're... You have never taken me seriously. Get out. I'm so sick of basics who can't comprehend complex artwork. Like, use me, consume me, but when it comes to my actual work, nobody's here to think critically about what it fucking means. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna stay at my mom's one more night, probably. I love you. She's gone. I can't go to school anymore. Every day is like a funeral. "6 weeks after final peace, I saw Pinky in a dream. Pepper, are you happy to be here? Shh, don't worry. It doesn't feel like anything. Our Father, art in heaven, in heaven. Holy Mother, if I die, before I wake I pray, for us sinners at the end hour of our death, and forgive me, Pinky, 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 Pinky. God, let me see her. Where am I? Am I still alive? Morning, hun. Okay, breathe. Okay. Where the hell are we going? That's just it, puppy. You got yourself a one-way ticket to hell. Could have waited it out in Perg for that gay shit, but... Little puppy suiciders, y'all come with me. Oh my God. Pinky. Bye-bye now. Okay, there's your uniform. Go on. Get. So, what are you in for? Lesbianism? Fucking ow. I could do better than this? Amateurs? Why am I always surrounded by amateurs? This is hell. This is fun. This is nothing. Even Pepper could dish it out better than... Pepper. Oh my God. Pepper. Who the hell is in charge down here? I deserve a higher ranking among these buffoons. What I did back on Earth, that was pretty bad. I ruined lives. Hell, I could take them. I'm coming for you, Pepper. I want to go home. I know there's a way out. A second chance for good behavior. I'm not supposed to be here. Pinky. Pinky. Pinky! Pepper! It's so unreal to see you here. I still can't believe we're in... What are you doing? Oh, Pepper, I'm happy to see you too. I knew it was just a matter of time. Just a matter of time? Well, time works a little differently down here. Just hang in there, Pep. Pinky. Oh, yay! It's almost lunch. Sorry, babe. I was just saying it's almost lunch, okay? Just hang on for 6 more years. Pinky. I want to do what you do. Be a reaper. Pepper, I know what you're thinking. Silence, sinners. We can't escape from hell. Its flame burns eternal. I know. I just think, like, it could open up a lot of opportunities for us. Fine. I'll refer you into the Reaper program. Jealous one. Nice. Taking out some bottled up aggression? Scythe training is over. Commence torture training. Yeah, Pinky, I guess I am. Admit it. Admit this was all about me. What? My brilliant history-making piece? That's rich coming from you. You've never had an original idea in your life. You know that's not what I mean. I just wanted people to take me seriously. Pinky, I'm sorry. I always took you seriously. I love your art. I was just trying to communicate. Well, we have eternity to talk this out. Fuck, I'm a monster. For the record, Pinky, I thought I would be meeting you in heaven. Am I evil? Because if I have to be evil to keep being your girlfriend, I will. You got it, doll. Come on, I got your real scythe right here. Finally, we are together on a mission. You know I always had high hopes for you puppies. Almost there. Well, wanna rape these poor souls? Start your life as a Grim Reaper? Murder-suicide. I don't know if I even want to be in this world. Semi-ironic, but I get it. It's gross. Gives me a little perspective on hell. Is this even escaping? Nah, it's a job. Is making art escaping? It was for you. But I'm here now. Yeah, we are. Come on, let's make something together. What? Here? Okay. This sucks. It does. We gave our lives for this. For art. For love, though. Oh. You still love me? Yeah, I do. So, with the reading out of the way, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the themes of the book and kind of how I interpret things and how and why this is so incredibly important to me. And if you don't want to hear that and you were just here for the reading, that's fine too. Otherwise, stick around. So, this opening scene is what occurs, I think, kind of right after the main events. It's like a really cute and kind of gentle way to start the story and to kind of get you into what's definitely coming. Just an aside, but I love that the final panel of this is, could you love someone who ate people? I just think it's cute. Maybe I like it because of themes of cannibalism, kind of self-immolation. I don't know. There's something to be said for the way that you kind of have to consume yourself as an artist. So when we open up into the main story, we start with a domestic scene, Pinky in the tub and Pepper doing her makeup. And it seems like they're getting ready for college classes. Pepper talks to her mom, and her mom clearly seems to, at the minimum, misunderstand or maybe outright intentionally misinterpret their relationship. In the next scene, Pepper is presenting her art piece, which is of Pinky. It's a biblical style kind of Renaissance painting. But what's really interesting about these panels are that we see that her classmates have even started to take notice that all of her art pieces are of her girlfriend. And this is kind of interesting because it's almost like her girlfriend is a form of religion for her. Maybe it's taken place of religion now that she's moved out of her parents' house. Then we kind of jump, and later on, Pinky and Pepper are attending a party, as I must say, a really cute anglerfish and mermaid duo. I love it. Pinky brings a can of tuna, which I think is a really funny thing to bring to a party, of course. But she opens it, and I remember the first time I read this, I actually didn't notice this, but the other people at the party are disgusted, and they're clearly uncomfortable. Pepper makes a comment about Pinky making everyone hate her on purpose. And I think that out of all of this, for whatever reason, that is the most relatable thing here. There's something to be said for the need to preemptively make people hate you and take control of that situation, as opposed to wait for people's impressions and the potential that they just maybe don't like you as a person. It's a lot easier to take the wheel and be like, oh, well, they hate me because of this, than to just accept that not every person is always going to love every part of you. In the next sequence, date night, Pepper performs karaoke and Pinky just watches. I have to kind of wonder if maybe Pinky doesn't sing not because she's shy or even because she doesn't want to, but just because she'd rather hear Pepper sing and be able to watch everything that she does. There's something to be said for getting to watch your partner do something that they're good at, or even just do things in general. I just want to touch on this particular panel here. I love these full-page illustrations that Adams throws in. Even if they're not always necessarily like a key plot point, they are all expounding upon the story. And in this one, I think it's interesting that Pepper is barking at or for Pinky in kind of a performative fashion. The next few panels, we start to kind of delve into more of those bondage, sadism, masochism kind of themes. And Pinky is presenting a piece with, I believe it's called like a ballet heel, or like kind of a bondage heel, splitting a peach, and it's not received positively by her classmates. They think that it's like surface level and trite, and as somebody who unfortunately did go to college for a form of art degree, I can also heavily relate to this. I have many times presented things to my professors and to my classmates that I have thought and spent hours on and have been important to me, and been told that the themes are generic or that there's no theme, there's nothing to be absorbed. And generally speaking, my best received pieces in college were things that I knew were easily absorbable, so it's worth mentioning that to soften the blow, the professor is like, oh, well, your execution is good, it's just there's not really a message. And honestly, as an artist, that almost sucks more. I would say that I would prefer that my art sucked, but that there was so much like soul in it that you like felt the message. But to be told that it's like, oh, it's good, I don't get what you're going for. It's embarrassing. So then Pinky looks for reassurance in her partner, Pepper, a place that, you can feel safe, and you can kind of expect this outpouring of a confident, yeah, you're awesome. And when you don't get that, it can really hurt. Especially if it feels like you're not being taken seriously. So it's little things like these that I can really see myself in this book, like knowing that you can be the best you can be and put yourself out there and still never feel good enough or accomplished. And on top of that, you can seek all of the reassurance in the world, but if you aren't self-assured, you're not going to be able to fill that hole. Pinky says that she's constantly engaging in weird, drawn-out rituals of self-harm and getting Pepper roped in. And Pepper says that she thought Pinky liked these things. Pinky says she does. I think here they're kind of talking about two different things, and they're not quite on the same page, which happens a lot in this, and I like that a lot because it represents how easy it is to miscommunicate or just altogether not communicate things in a relationship. And I also think that it opens up this idea that sometimes we inflict things on ourselves via others. This kind of ties back to during the party when Pepper asks Pinky why she wants to make everyone hate her. It's like you kind of utilize those people to exercise punishments on yourself in a way so that you can escape the blame and kind of tell yourself that it's those people and not you. And then, of course, I just have to point it out, the next page is another beautiful full-page illustration. And again, while Pepper is a willing participant and she is obviously willingly there committing these acts, and she's also the dominant, she is clearly being used by Pinky to further inflict misery upon herself. So the following scene is Pinky presenting a performance art piece of her in that same latex gimp suit that we actually saw Pepper wearing. And she reenacts a similar concept to the painting that she presented that was not particularly well received. And I think that that's really an interesting choice as well. On one hand, she could be doing something that I myself as an artist, and I'm sure people in general do, where you just push things further and further in order to get some sort of reaction, whether that's good or bad. On another hand, I touched on this earlier, but it seems to me that the response to this performance art piece is pretty positive, although we don't get many examples, and I have to wonder if maybe she's just giving them what she wants, because at the end of the day, it is college, and in order to do well, you do have to do what they want. The next few panels really speak for themselves, and again, as an artist, are pretty relatable. The struggles of not being taken seriously, of people not understanding your art, and maybe just feeling like people don't care. But it's interesting to look at it from another perspective, one that I and I think others often neglect, which is that we put a lot of pressure on the people around us to react the exact way we want them to, and when they don't, obviously that affects you, but it also affects them. Pepper cracks and she laughs, and she's not responding the way Pinky wants, but that doesn't mean she's doing it maliciously or that she doesn't care. All of this comes to a head in the final piece. Resin Bathtub 2018, Pinky Cooper. If they didn't take her seriously before, they will now. It seems like she gets what she wants. People are disturbed, some people are sick or crying, and some people are just there to gawk. So, following this page, Pepper loses herself to grief. She spirals, and she turns to religion. But it's not just Catholicism like she was raised. It's religion tinted with a hint of Pinky. Things really come to a head when, in a desperate bid to see her beloved again, Pepper seems to overdose. There are pill bottles in the background, so I'm assuming that's what this is. What matters is that she does die, and she wakes up in hell. Hell is depicted as this kind of macabre but beautiful, really confusing place, and it really depends which character is viewing it and at what time they view it. It seems like over the rest of the comic, the characters kind of get used to what an odd place it is, to the point where when they do return to Earth to reap the souls, they seem deeply uncomfortable, though I suppose it is also partially the fact that it's a murder-suicide, so. It's clear that Pepper is incredibly scared when she wakes up in hell, although I would argue that it's more from a religious standpoint in the fact that she is Catholic, and thus hell is the end-all be-all of forever. But, on the other hand, Pinky is thriving, and she's happy. In fact, it's probably the happiest that I would argue she's been in this whole story, and probably most of her life, if you think about it, because it seems like she's chronically disappointed. The themes of not being taken seriously, and then when she talks about being surrounded by amateurs, it's a little amusing because it speaks to her ego, but also to how she felt in life. I would say it probably sucks to think that everybody around you sucks, and then to realize that all those people you think you suck. If they suck, and to them you suck, how bad do you have to suck? I think it's really interesting that when they finally do meet back up in hell, they fall back into their BDSM dynamic, but this time with a bit more of an equal push and pull, as opposed to Pinky using Pepper to enact some sort of self-harm, kind of odd rituals. It's really more of a mutual understanding this time. I think that's really cute, and it's kind of interesting that it takes going to hell to heal their relationship, but if it works. I actually really love how this ends, when they make their final art piece together, and they kind of just look at each other and they're like, this sucks. Because it's this moment of not taking things too seriously for the first time in what feels like the entire story. By this point, they're both dead, so I suppose it's kind of this understanding that there is nothing to take seriously anymore. I don't know, I love that this ends in this really funny way where they're dead and they're damned for all of eternity. They're Grim Reapers, but they're happy. And I think it's super cute. I don't have a ton more to say about this book. I just wanted to talk about some of those points and why it's so important to me. So I guess if you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. And seriously, please go check out Eddie Adams, check out Silver Sprocket, and most of all, support indie artists. This book is amazing, and I can't stress enough just like how big of a deal it is to me. When I read it, it deeply affected me, and in a lot of ways, I think it really improved my art because I kind of learned to stop taking things so seriously. I think that's going to be pretty much it. Let me know down below how you feel about this book, if you've read it, if you've read anything similar, if you have any books that you think were really life-changing like this. And I'm going to leave links in the description to Silver Sprocket and Eddie Adams, and I implore you to please check out both. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I would like to introduce you to my personal Pinky doll. As you can see, she has a little bathtub. And I gave her some berets. I love her lots. I just had to have like a physical memento that reminds me of this book. So I walk past her every day and she makes me happy. And she's got a little, she's swagged out. But yeah, so that's